If you're watching this video, chances are you are a Ghanaian resident in Ghana, or maybe you're non-resident, but still Ghanaian either way. This video is for you. I'm going to share with you 4 options that will enable you to own your home in Ghana. For the next couple of weeks, every other day on my channel, I will be bringing you what I call the mortgage diary. So it's just going to be really my thoughts and, stuff that I know when it comes to acquiring a mortgage in Ghana. I hope that this video helps someone out there. And if it does help you, do consider subscribing, leave a comment, smash the like button as well, as that helps with the algorithm. Thank you so much. So a couple of years ago, I decided to embark on my own journey to own my first house. And if you haven't watched that video, feel free to, go and check it out. It's on my channel. Just look out for it. It's in my real estate playlist. Look out for it and watch it and come back here and see if you'll be inspired to get your own home as well. Now, a lot of people are out there who kind of expect, never trust or believe that they could actually own their own homes, or are spending lots of time to try and, save up enough to start building, which in itself may not be a bad idea. But for me, if you are a first-time buyer, you've never owned a property before, I personally would recommend that you go for a mortgage to do so, as I did. For different reasons. For starters, it might take you quite a while to be able to put up a property that will be good enough for you to live in the short run. And I don't know how much time you have. Maybe you have a landlord on your back to get out and you're, looking for another rental property as an option, or owning your own home. Now, whatever the case may be, let me just tell you the 4 options that are available to you in Ghana that I know about. So there is the first time buyer option. There is what they call the 100% purchase. There is the buy to let. And then there's also something called the home purchase. So let me break these down. So the first time buyer option, as the name implies, is simply someone who's never ever owned a residential property before and is going into it for the first time. And so if that is you watching me right now, then this will be an option that I would consider or I would recommend that you take. So the second option is pretty simple. It's what they call the 100% purchase option. Now for that, before you get a mortgage, usually the bank brings a certain percentage of the price of the property. So let's say your property costs, say, $100,000, right? Or 600,000 cedis. You're supposed to bring, say, $10,000, for example, and the bank will bring $90,000. So now this differs from bank to bank, okay? So there are people who still cannot raise, let's say, the $10,000 to make them eligible for a mortgage. So in that case, you go for the 100% purchase, where the bank decides to pay all the 100% for you. You don't have to make any kind of deposits at all. The other side of this is, if you qualify for this loan, you will be required to take an additional insurance policy for your property, up to 30% the price of the house, for a minimum of 3 years. That's the other side to that, because the bank is funding, of course, 100% of the price of the building. And so you take this insurance policy and you should be good to go. So the third option that you can consider is what they call the home purchase option, where you already have a residential property, but you want to acquire yet another residential property to live in. So the difference between that and the first two is, with the first two, you do not own any properties, but with this one, you already own some or one and want to purchase yet another. And then the final option available to people out there is what they call the buy to let option. Now, this one is pretty simple. So essentially, it's available to people who already own a residential property that they live in, but want to buy yet another residential property solely for the purpose of renting it out to tenants. The only thing in addition to this one is they will consider the rental income that you will possibly be receiving from this new investment property when looking at how much they need to give you to finance the loan. So it's something you might want to look into and know a little bit about. So it's not just about going to them and saying, hey, you know, I found this house. I want to use it as an investment property. I want to come for a mortgage from you guys. So give me money. They actually want to be sure that, you know, the house that you're getting is something that's going to give you enough income to be able to pay the loan eventually and not default. So these are the 4 options that are available to anybody and everybody out there who's Ghanaian, either resident or non-resident in Ghana, for you to consider. Okay, so now that you know the options, I'll be really quick. Let me tell you about what makes you eligible. So, I mean, first and foremost, what I know is the property has to be for residential use. Strictly. And then secondly, I also know that the seller has to be like the true owner of the property, and they should have proof of it, like a land title, an indenture of, or anything else that's, you know, acceptable by typically the bank that would help you to do this. Now, let me quickly go through the application process as in terms of, you know, some of the things that you would require or would need to be able to kickstart the process to home ownership. So, I mean, essentially, depending on which bank you plan on dealing with, and to be honest, I mean, when I did this, the organization that I was working with was not a bank, but luckily, you know, they're a bank now. And to be honest, they're the only ones that I can recommend because, well, I use them. First National Bank in Ghana, you know, so for instance, if you go to their website, you'll be able to download an application form, and it's pretty simple, you know, so download, fill it out, and submit. Now, what I know is in a couple of hours, really, about 72 hours, I believe, they would send you what they call a letter of intent. So you sign that letter, return it to the bank, and then they, you know, request a couple of documents, you know, so they go through, they mull over all your paperwork, see if it's something that they can easily give you the loan for. And then once that is done, they will give you what they call a facility letter. So a few paperwork, you know, things that you'll have to jump through. But once you are able to, you know, just look past all the scrutiny, it's something that should be pretty seamless. So yeah, once you go through all the paperwork, the guy or the vendor, the person you're buying the home from, also has to submit a couple of documents to show that indeed the property belongs to them and that kind of thing. So once you go through the whole process, the loan gets disbursed and you walk away with your money. You know, so it's pretty straightforward. So what I'll do is I'll leave a link to First National Bank's website. Just go on there and check it out for yourself. See if there's anything in there for you. I believe they have a lot of options that you can consider today that will make you a homeowner tomorrow. Now, even though everything is in the description below, if you would like me to link you up personally to a couple of people that I know at the bank, I'll be more than happy to do that. You can send an email that I'll leave in the description below as well, and I'll be more than happy to help you. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Just my 2 cents. Like I said, it's my mortgage diary. I'll be going in the next couple of weeks, letting people know a lot more options that are available to people out there when it comes to mortgages, because I know and I've used a couple of them, and I can only share what I know with you. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of my posts as well. My name is Jessica. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye for now.